All right, welcome back. We continue our conversation about the Steelers. We're going to look back at the season now. If they miss the playoffs, and it seems likely at this point, and we're going to talk about Cleveland a little bit later, but they're going to look back at so many games they should have won, could have won, and did not win. So that leads us to Mike Tomlin and his coaching staff. If they should miss the playoffs, Josh, I want to ask you first. Most likely the scenario that will exist. We saw changes last year to the coaching staff in the name of Todd Haley. What do you think would happen this year if they don't get to the playoffs?
Well, yeah, and if they don't, Bob, to me, when I look at the Steelers, the most frustrating thing, look at how they played the last 2 weeks against two of the best teams in football. They were very impressive. You see how gifted they are, and then you look at their record, you see they're 8-6-1. Something doesn't add up here. This is not an 8-6-1 football team on paper. It really shouldn't be. Mike Tomlin's not getting fired. We know that. Could I foresee some changes to the staff? It would not shock me, although I think Keith Butler's defense has actually been pretty good the last 2 weeks against two of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So I guess he deserves some credit for that. But does anybody think this guy is a great defensive coordinator, especially when you consider the last 5 first-round draft picks have all been used on defense? I still think he's an issue.
Here's what the story is. I'll tell you the story. Mike Tomlin won't be terminated, but he should be terminated. It's that simple, and now's the time to do it. I understand the Rooneys don't operate like this, and look, I've been a big Mike Tomlin supporter. It's time now. It's time. How much more rock bottom do you have to go? You have turned over the roster a little bit, but if you haven't won with these guys, what makes you think that Mike Tomlin's the guy who's going to win with these guys? You've wasted years of Ben Roethlisberger, prime years of Ben Roethlisberger. You've wasted who is potentially the best receiver in the NFL. You've wasted one of the great young talents in the NFL in Juju Smith-Schuster. Like, if it isn't working now, when is it ever going to work? Again, the Rooneys won't do it, but Mike Tomlin should be terminated if they miss the playoffs.
They won't. They'll put him on notice by firing Keith Butler for him and by firing his entire defensive staff, which, to be honest, should have happened a year ago. But they were more preoccupied with getting rid of Todd Haley at the behest of the quarterback. So here we are now, and the defensive staff, and rightfully so, should go after this season if they don't make the playoffs. And they'll put Mike Tomlin on the hot seat and say, this is your chance, your last chance to get things turned in the right direction. And if 2019 does not see us back in the postseason, then at that point, as you just said, Colin,
I think the message is just stale. You know, sometimes you arrive at a point where you're just treading over the same message, the same message, the same message. Like Tuesday and the big words and the platitudes and everything, I like them and they're cute and they're great, but it's when you're winning. And now it's just a bunch of hot air. And that's where we are with Mike Tomlin. I really think Mike Tomlin at times is the second best coach in the NFL. But there are times where he just loses his mind. It's ridiculous he doesn't have someone help him with challenges. It's absolutely incredible about the fake punt today. And the same thing that the ill-preparedness coming out of the gate a lot of times. On the head coach. Same with inserting Stephen Ridley in. And Mike Tomlin needs to stand up and own it. Like, it's on him totally. And if it is on him, he's got to go.
Well,
he has to go.
This team doesn't make the playoffs based on one game, essentially, and you could pick.
No, but it's 2 years in a row. They were embarrassed by Jacksonville, and they're not going to make the playoffs this year.
But it will be, they'll be one victory away, more or less, right, from making the playoffs if that's the way things go down. And my point is this: there are a myriad of games this year that you can look at and say, that's the game, or this is the game. I mean, I will never be able to forget not putting your Hall of Fame quarterback into a game when he's standing on the sideline medically cleared to play. And we know the whole story, multiple stories that came out of that one. But that's one that sticks with me. Not having your team ready to start games, as you said. Not at some point getting your defense in order, or perhaps getting them in order too late at the point in the season where it's not going to help. There's a lot that comes down on Mike Tomlin. And I think, again, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with them deciding to move on from Mike Tomlin after this year. I think realistically, we know that's not the case, and it will be a put him on notice kind of year next year.
All right, let me ask you this about, you brought up the challenges, and I think it's a good point. He's 0 for his last 10. You definitely need help. Technology is available. Josh, I thought because maybe he was apprehensive, he did not challenge something I would have, given all the other challenges he's made, and that is what looked like a catch by Michael Thomas, who was drilled by Sean Davis. Ball comes out, Morgan Burnett recovers, and it's ruled incomplete. Would you have challenged that? And do you think he did not because he was maybe, under scrutiny because he's missed so many?
Well, I believe he's 0 for his last 10, which isn't very encouraging. Maybe that keeps the red flag in the sock. I don't know. But I thought it was a very clear fumble, and in that point of the game, it made all the sense in the world to challenge it. I can't believe he didn't. I can't believe somebody wasn't in his ear telling him to do so. I would assume he does listen to others in those situations. That was a potential turning point in the game for sure. And just speaking of Tomlin in general, guys, not only has he been bad this year, the Steelers are 8-6-1. The AFC stinks. Look around at the top seeds in the AFC right now. Who's any good? Are the Chiefs really that good right now? The Chargers? How about the Texans?
Baltimore may be the team you don't want to play.
It might be. So to have this record when the AFC's this down, and when you've had a quarterback in Roethlisberger who's been as great as he's been this year, does not make the coaching staff look good one bit.
All right, you guys, what do you think about that challenge? You think?
Well,
I think at that point
I think
in the game,
he needs to have a designated person. There are 157 retired officials who live in Western Pennsylvania, right? Honestly, we know every
NFL guys.
There's 26 Bergmans that live in Pennsylvania, right? Hire one of those guys and don't look at it through a coach's eye. Look at it through an official's eye. Have somebody in the booth that has the direct line to Mike Tomlin in the sideline and say, this is what the officials are thinking here. Should we challenge? Again, look around. We celebrate all the time how big we are in Western Pennsylvania in football. There are a ton of retired officials here. Why are one of those guys not employed by the Pittsburgh Steelers?
What's the other Steratore brother doing?
Right, exactly. Well, he's still working, I think. Tony. But there's a million more.
Fredo Steratore. Right. All right, we have to go to a break, but before we do that, let's go around the horn for this week's Smooth Moves, brought to you by Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertops. We're talking Armina Stone. So, Colin, start with you. Smooth Move of the Week.
Smooth Move of the Week. It's been open about a week. The sports book at the Rivers Casino. I stopped over there tonight on my way in after the Steelers game before this. It was incredible. People yelling at the TVs, people betting. The sports book at the Rivers Casino, my smooth move because it's brought a lot of people together and it's a fun time.
Did you win?
Did you cash in that over bet?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Josh, what's your smooth move?
I'm going to go to my neck of the woods in hockey. Sidney Crosby is so good right now. He actually made a beautiful setup last night from his knees while sliding behind the net to Chris Letang. It was literally a smooth-looking play. The Penguins are a one-line team right now, but he's so good. They're 8-2-1 in their last 11.
This is going way back, but whoever in the Browns organization finally said with some finality, get this Hugh Jackson jagoff out of here, because they've been fantastic since he left. They sweep the Bengals 27-37. Baker Mayfield today, 3 touches, and Nick Chubb breaks the rookie rushing record of Jim Brown for the Cleveland Browns. And we all get to sit here and root for the Cleve Brownies next Sunday as well.
Yes, we do. We'll talk about that in a second. Those are the Smooth Moves of the Week, brought to you by Armina Stone, who features Pittsburgh's largest indoor stone gallery of granite, marble countertops imported from all over the world. They give you the smoothest countertops in your area. Score a touchdown right now with Armina Stone. Can Cleveland win? Next.